Hello, hello, and namaste to everyone. So, first of all, thank you so much, Habitat Marte and Professor Julio, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak in this conference. So, so my topic is framework for a safe human mission to Mars. So, through this presentation, so we are trying to build an idea on top of the common issues which we are currently seeing in the different types of analog missions and all the types of candidates. When we come across all these works, we see some very common issues. So we are planning to build a framework which will have some rules, guidelines, and a common web-based software which will be addressing some of the very common issues and which will help us to maybe reach Mars in a faster period of time on a very long run. So a little about me. So my name is Aditya Prasad Ghosh. I'm joining from Odisha, India. I'm a software developer by profession. And I am also an analog astronaut. So I was a part of mission 99 under Habitat Marte. And I am also very, very interested to work in space psychology. So that is the work which we have chosen. And we are working with NIT Rourkela. So it's one of the institutes here, and Professor R.K. Biswal. So he's guiding us. So he's also a professor of psychology. And our team is specially working on space psychology. So this is a small agenda of my talk. So first we'll be knowing the different habitats which we have around the world, some of the common issues which all habitats are facing, and some of the issues which I personally faced when I was a part of Mission 99. And so we propose a very simple solution for everything. For some of the common issues, like there are more issues. We are not going to address all the issues with this framework, but we are going to address a few very common issues. And what will be the advantages if people from different habitats, not just Habitat Marte, from all the habitats, if they follow our solution and our framework, what will be the uh, easy advantages which they may get. So advantages are again classified into user and technical, which I will be talking ahead. And apart from that, after that, we'll be talking about some prerequisites which are required for this framework to take place. And then the future path, the entire road ahead towards. So as per a Springer journal which I found, so this was published in 2017. So this mentioned about around 37 habitats, so which are actively working on missions to Mars. So these are analog missions. So, but again, this is from 2017. So I'm sure. So till now, a lot of more missions and habitats have already been added, and habitats will keep on adding since Mars is not a theory anymore. So people are very seriously working towards going to Mars and living there, building a habitat, and people are getting more and more serious, and more groups are coming in. So these types of habitats will kind of grow in the coming few years. We'll be seeing, and I guess after the Starship successful flight, unmanned flight also, there will be a big demand of these types of habitats, and people will come in to do more and more research in this. So this is going to grow. So the common issues when we face there is that all facilities are actually not available to everyone. So facilities are extremely limited, and some facilities have some good features which other facilities don't have. And many good students are there in maybe in different continents who can't access the other facilities on in other different continents. So these are the some of the common issues we see. Then again, weather condition differs. So as we see in the previous slide, those habitats are spread across the whole globe. So the weather condition highly differs, and even the weather condition also differs throughout the year. So if any paper or any experiment has been done at a particular month, maybe in January, so the August, if you do the same thing, the things might highly differ because of the weather conditions. So again, so when beginners come in, so experts, if they see that, they can kind of take a guess. But if beginners will come in, they will face really problems. It's especially those people who are not like who are come from the like I'm coming from a computer science background. So really difficult for me to actually grasp even the basic concepts of analog missions since I'm not from a core science background. So similar other people are also there who might face real problems. And then the global access is not available. There are a lot of good research which is happening in other countries, which maybe we are not getting access, or maybe we are doing something which others don't have access. And even if you have an access, because a lot of journals and all those good research papers are only limited to universities. That is again a big issue, that everybody outside that does not have a full access to everything. So that, and then apart from all of this, budget has a huge limitations. Since for example, I am very much interested to get participate in Habitat Mate, but Habitat Mate is actually very far away from my place. So it's a huge budget constraint to actually me traveling to Habitat Mate and doing an experiment. Similarly, even some other so if some new habitat is coming up, they can't go for 5 6 experiments or 5 things or a huge large acre of land to do all those things. So budget always plays a very crucial role in building everything. And then comes the language. Language is a big issue of communication. So when we go to different habitats and different uh, in different continents, we see people talking in different languages. So it's always comfortable to talk in their own native language. And even if the language we try to communicate now, let us communicate in English, everyone. So again, the accent also differs. Like if like I am from India, if somebody speaks like very fast English, so it's very difficult for me actually to catch up with them. So again, my accent may not be understandable to a lot of people from the western side or some other place. So language is a big issue. So these are the some common issues which we have regularly seen and which others have also been facing. So our solution is, so we have one platform for all the habitats to work upon. So the platform will be basically a website. So it will have all the features which a habitat might require. So this will be a common platform for collaboration, doing research, data logging, attendance, everything. So this software will have everything. Since what we saw that even if you are different types of habitats are working on different types of machines, the goal is the same, to make a living habitat on Mars. So the core goal is same. So a common platform can be useful for all of them. So what will be, oh, like what our platform will be providing? So we'll provide a very common platform for research. So we'll know that like in this platform we'll get everything which is required for my research. And then we can have post to social media also. So this is a good thing. So social media is a very crucial parts of people's life. So it's good to share on social media. So our research platform will have automatic posting capabilities. So you don't have to do a lot of time, like you don't have to spend a lot of time on social media. Since we have also seen, if you have been doing community research or if you have been doing like self-financed research, so it happens that you have to do the research and then again you have to spend time on social media to actually share and collaborate with people. So the software can actually take care of all those things. It can automatically, once you post an article, so it can automatically post up add a post to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So these things can be done from one platform. And then the facilities, so we can have a list of facilities, like there are 37 facilities. Like we cannot memorize all the facilities are available which are inside the station. Like for example, actually I have been following Habitat Mate, but I didn't know that there was a swimming pool. So yesterday I came to know that Habitat Mate is the only station to have a swimming pool. So now once I know there is a swimming pool, maybe I can plan, things might come in my mind, like how, what are the experiments can be done, what plannings can be done. So once we have a list of facilities there on the website, people can start thinking about ideas. And then again, availability list is also more important. For example, if a facility is there present in the station, but it's not available, so it's good that we tell the students that it's not available. For example, like a hydroponic station, if Habitat Mate has a vertical hydroponic stand, like if it has one stand, and January batch has already planted some plants there, which are going to which are going to be taken out, or maybe they're going to be stay till June. So the next batch of February, March, April, May, they can't access the hydroponic stand. So it's quite obvious because vegetation is already there. You can't take it off for the next mission. So it's a good thing. So once we have the forms, so forms will already have automatically have marked out the hydroponic stand, that this hydroponic stand is not available till June. So if a student is coming, maybe they will take admission a little late, or maybe they will change their plans to not use the hydroponic stand. So in this way, it becomes very easy to manage these things. Even if a student wants to apply in other continent, they can also do that without actually asking them, without like there is a lot of mails, unnecessary mails which we do. Like we have been sending mails to the station coordinator, like this is available or not, this is not. So and there are FAQs. People don't go through FAQs, and it's very difficult. So during the form, if we do that, it becomes very easy for them to manage. And then the request form, so forms will be automatically there. So based on the facilities available and other features available, the request form also keeps on changing. Like things from request form will be automatically removed, or more things will be added as per the availabilities. So this can be done in a very easy and centralized and automatic manner. So this is our process which we are planning to go. So first the habitat registration will done. First in our software, the habitat itself has to register. So they will do a registration first, as it's shown in the first block. Then the habitat will provide their custom requirements. Like they will send that, okay, this is your software, but we have some extra things. Like these are the few little changes which we want to make on our form. Then fine, then they send their custom requirements, and then the yellow color line is the custom development. So few changes are made to the forms, and if their layouts or if they have some more fields, like we have some data logging capabilities, they say that no, I want 4 5 more fields in that. So we'll be making the changes, like our software development team will be making those changes, and then the whole their site will be prepared. So now under our software, the habitat will now have a designated section. And from there, the program commencement will start. They will start declaring their missions, the next missions one by one, and then the candidate registration will happen, where the actual astronauts will come there. They will register themselves, and then they will start their research. And the data logging will also happen on the website. So the students who will be registering, they will not only be registering, they will be recording their data also. They'll be entering their data, what are the missions will be there. It will already been planned in the custom requirements. Like if there are like 4 5 things to be done, so there will be 4 5 blocks. Like there will be tasks, task 1 2 3 4 5. They have to unlock the task, and they have to fill up the data. And then after that, even using these types of software, we can also generate the PPT. A lot of times happens that the presentation after the whole research is done, we have to again spend a lot of time to actually build the whole presentation, which actually takes a lot of time. So in this way, the software can actually generate the whole PPT, because we already have the template. Like now you can see I'm using a template. So similarly, the software can actually auto generate the whole thing, since we already know what the slides should be. And in Habitat Market specifically, the Professor Julio provides a very detailed presentation template of what exactly needs to be done. So that thing can be automated, so that the student does not have to spend time on actually writing data, and rather they can utilize that time for some more time research, or maybe just spending time with the other candidates. So it's good to network and maybe learn a few things, and maybe see a few more things, or maybe repeat the experiments, which will be more helpful for them. And the software will take care of all the passive tasks. So this is the software which how it might look. So we might have seen much UIs which look similar like that. So this will be a comprehensive solution. So this will have everything what an analog astronaut needs, and it will help them in all possible ways. If anything which can be done, which can be automated, so we'll definitely do that to reduce the load on astronauts, so that they spend time only on research or maybe networking, and not just spending time with rewriting things which are already done. So now we'll come on to the advantage. So first I'll be showing some user advantages which will be have or these are the advantages to the user. So first of all, they will get a common platform. The whole globe will get a common platform, where all the like-minded people or the same similar missions will come together, and they can talk to each other, and they can research, share their research. Because sometimes we also do that on, so people will ask me normally that we can also do that on social media, but in social media like maybe LinkedIn, there are a lot of things happening. So we are not only talking about Mars, we are talking about a lot of things. So things kind of just go to archive, and we hardly go and scroll down and see what happens. But in this platform, everything kind of will pay every attention to make everything stay alive, and people can talk only about the analog astronaut missions and Mars missions. And then it will have automatically, when there is one platform, we'll have the ability to meet people throughout the globe. So we'll have a international networking opportunities. And then the research opportunities will also be broader when once we are communicating with others. So the research opportunities will also be broader. We are also doing it now, but we don't have a common platform. So common platform will just make things easy. We are still talking to them on LinkedIn, and we are writing research kit, but having a common platform will make things easy. So we are not making a very new thing. So since there are alternatives like LinkedIn is there, ResearchGate is there, we are just making a very easy way to do the things. And then work from home opportunity will be a very new thing which has happened. COVID has seen a lot of work from home opportunity, and work from home opportunity can be very effective if it's used effectively. By using this task based missions, so people can plan, and people can, those who can't come to habitat, they can just simply register themselves, and they can just be a hobby scientists. We can start campus programs, and then we can say all the college clubs to join, because these young minds are very very powerful. So once we catch them at a very early stage of life, so it becomes very easy for us, and it will be beneficial for them also. And then a lot of scientists I know, and the hobbyists I know, like the senior scientists, the retired scientists, like they can't travel from a lot of places, but they are very excited and willing to join online. So we can onboard them also as mentors. So they can come in and they can help students to write research papers. They can help students to guide in small missions. There are retired astronauts from actually space organizations. We can give them a much serious uh, research also. And we can have a lot of hobbyists, a lot of industrialists I know. They have programs to support students, like they have financial support. So we can onboard them also, and they can actually see the students, what they are doing, how they are doing it, and they can work together also. So it makes a very good environment. It brings in a very good environment around everyone. We'll have a SDG goal tracker. So this is very, very important. Since everybody is working towards SDG, the sustainability development goals, so we'll have a goal tracker, and on each mission, we'll be tracking the progress and how far this mission is contributing to SDG. So we can have like a tracker for everybody. So that this kind of gives you a full report of how far we are actually committed towards SDG, and how the both on a candidate level and also the habitat level. And then we'll have a global access archive of all mission reports. So this is a big issue that, like for example, Habitat Mate has done more than 130 missions now. But the problem is the PPTs are not available with everyone. Even the PPTs are in archives. So once we have in one place, the new students can actually access the old students' archives and actually see what the report was, what the mission was done. Maybe that mission was already done. Maybe they do it in a different way, or they maybe repeat it on a different way. So a lot of things can be. So once you see more things will come up in your mind. So this will be very, very easy for them. Discussion forums can be set up specific to missions, which will be very, very helpful. And the chats kind of stays, and you can also live chat, and the chat stays every time. Because in LinkedIn or Facebook or WhatsApp, we also do a lot of chatting. But the problem is we chat a lot of things. So if I might have said you something very important, it might have gone very down, because after 2 3 months we have been talking a lot of things. But in this, since it's a specific platform and we are not using it throughout the year, even if you are using it throughout the year, we are only using for a specific purpose. So the chats and all the discussions kind of stay very pristine, and it's easy for us to find things. And also, since this is entire thing is made custom built, so there will have very future in future we can do a lot of expansion. Since everything is custom made, we can literally build anything above or on top. Tomorrow if anything new comes, it's very easy to expand. Then comes the technical advantages. So these were the user advantages. What the technical advantages will have? First is social media integration and sharing tools. As I said, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, they're all giving third-party integration. Like if you type something, you post something on our website, the trimmed version of posts will automatically be posted on all other social media platforms also. Even WhatsApp is actually, I'm currently working with a WhatsApp API. So it allows if somebody sends you a WhatsApp message, it can actually come into the software also, into our software also. So you don't have to go out and check WhatsApp and come back and write that again. That these guys, or maybe attach a screenshot like this guy told this thing on WhatsApp. The whole thing will be there itself. Sorry. So it kind of reduces our time. And then document sharing, obviously we have document sharing, but here it becomes more easy when you have already have the generated document, just click it and share it with them. It becomes very, very easy. And since we are having a level based approach, so it can attract a young audience also. Once we make things very attractive and we catch them in a very early stage, they will be attracted towards these scientific endeavors. And then we'll also have online meetings and live chat facility. We don't have to go to Google Meet or Zoom to do it. We'll have in software live chat and online meeting to make things a little more easier, because these types of third party tools are very readily available nowadays, so it's very easy to make these things within the software. And then the PPT generator, as I said, so the whole template will be there, the entire PPT will be generated within no time once you fill up all the levels and all the data is entered. Then we'll also have apps both for Android and iOS, which will be easy for students and young mass to actually stay connected every time to the entire network. And then, as I said, since the whole thing is being made custom, so a lot of data analysis tools and passive tests can also be done, and data post processing can also be done later. With like we have 100 missions data in one place, so it will be very easy for us to actually process the entire data. And then we'll also have custom API features in which if any tomorrow a new company comes and says that we want to integrate our software with your software, so that can be done very easily, since this whole thing is already done in a very custom way. Now comes to the prerequisite. So what needs to be done actually to build this whole thing? So currently we are already into development. We are working towards the technical aspects and the server aspects, and we are working towards working the different screens. So the point is to make it actually operational. What we need first, it needs to be free. So this was our group's idea, to keep it free all the time, no matter what happens. The onboarding till the candidate and everything, every step needs to be free. There will be absolutely no subscription model, no pay as you go model, nothing. So it has to be free. So this is for a community, we are doing this for a cause. So we're doing this for the next generation of humans, so it should be free for all forever. And then it should be governed with a committee. It should not be a single power. The single power should never be a like decision making capability for this entire thing. So it should be a committee should decision should always be final. Okay, and all actions should be committed towards SDG is common for everyone. And before we go to Mars, we should seriously pledge towards SDG. So keeping all actions committed towards SDG, the young generation which are working, their mind will be kind of conditioned to actually work towards SDG, and they understand, and everybody stay on one track. So it's easy for them. And then and the legal framework should also be established, since we are working toward different countries. The legal entities might differ, so a very strong and clear legal framework should be established before we start this. And end-to-end agreement and data protection agreement. These two things are very, very required, because we are collecting very sensitive data, because a lot of students data is there. This is live data. Some actual data is also there. There might be psychology data of students, maybe blood pressure, biological data might be there. So end-to-end encryption is required, and data protection is a must. We must agree to these things. And we need developers throughout the world, since this is a huge project. So we need developer collaborations throughout the world, but they have to follow the rule one, that nothing is free. So obviously we won't be paying them, or they won't be getting any profit percentage in the future also. So it's just for the humans. So if anybody wants to collaborate, they're free to collaborate with us. And then we want live data acquisition. No matter what we do, we need live data, and we need systems to build in the habitat which can actually transmit the live data from the devices or all the instruments to the server. So this is something which we need to establish, that we should have some live data recording and transmitting capabilities on all stations. So this is something which needs to be done. So in this way, we can actually go forward with this framework. Then comes the last slide, the path to Mars. We know the path to Mars is not long anymore. First, we used to say that path to Mars is very long, but now the road to Mars has become very near. So we see things happening in a real time now. So, and the goal for all the missions around the globe is the same, to build a living habitat on Mars. And SDG is also for same for everyone. So our common software for everyone will actually be a common mission blueprint for everybody, for all the candidates, so that all the candidates can actually follow a common set of rules. They can work together and just make this thing a reality very soon. And sharing resources will be, and after sharing resource and technology can actually help us reach Mars soon also. Who knows that? If we work together, maybe we can do this. When we are planning to do this 20 years, maybe we can do that in 10 years also. So nothing is impossible. And then the base camp will be more jargon neutral. So the first base camp which will be happen on Mars, when the people will be there from all around the globe. So it has to be neutral. It's like the language, the mission plan, the suits, the health, everything, the reports. So everybody, there should be no technicalities between the two, all the groups. Once our mind is conditioned towards working together with a common goal, with a common template or a blueprint, so it becomes very easy to work with each other. And then live data is, as I mentioned before, is also very important. So before we even step on Mars, we already have hundreds of hours of processed working data with us. So with this software we can have data from all around the globe. So this already has data. We know a lot of things before even stepping to Mars. So this is going to be a very big advantage. So I believe that at the end, I should say that if we can make this happen, so this will be a big gift to all the humanity, to the next generation which are going to there. Our children will be going to Mars. I believe, I strongly believe, and they must go. And this framework is a very small step towards helping them. It's just one very small step in helping them reach their goal and their dream. So with this, I would like to conclude my talk. So thank you everyone for giving me a very patient hearing. And these are my these are all the ways how you can reach me. I'm available every time. So please uh, just shoot me a message or shoot me a mail, and I'll be ready for a talk. And with this, I would like to thank you everyone once again. And here I would like to end my talk. Thank you.